What's going on, my PT peeps and my Walking Dead family? Welcome to the PT channel. I'm One Eye Bri. You don't know if I'm winking or I'm blinking, but I'm definitely thinking about The Walking Dead. And in this video, we're going to talk about Oceanside, The Walking Dead Season 9, first half, second half, some theories, some spoilers. So obviously, spoiler warning for The Walking Dead Season 9, first half, second half. If you don't want to know this information and you're not up to date of the show, stop watching now, as I don't want to ruin anything for you. Spoiler warning. And I don't know how you feel about Oceanside. Do you like them, love them, hate them, don't care about them? But they are part of our Walking Dead family. Become a valued member and show us some love by hitting that subscribe button to become a valued member of our PT channel, Walking Dead family. Photo credit and info credit to these fine folks right here. Just giving credit where credit is due. And if you follow our channel, we shared this with you. Actually, the Oceanside gals won't be punished for killing the saviors at all. They're still very much allies of Alexandria, Kingdom, and Hilltop, even though the bond connecting the communities has soured. Maggie and Daryl barely flinched at Arat's execution, so no justice will need to be served. Remember how Carol dealt with the saviors when she last encountered them. So that was said in a Q&A that we actually shared in another video. It was in response to a question about Oceanside. But I think Carol's execution of the saviors and Oceanside's execution of Arat are basically two different things, I feel. It's Oceanside making up for stuff that happened in the past, and Carol's was just trying to end the savior threat. I just see them as two different things. If you want to find out more about that Q&A, check out the video with that thumbnail. We posted the video yesterday, and it's got some good Q&A and some good answers for the second half of Season 9. Obviously, spoiler warning, because it does cover some things with the first half and second half of Season 9. But in the 9B trailer, we see Michonne like this, and I want to highlight the shell in her hair. As it's on the right side of her head, you can see the purple headband, so obviously it's a flashback. We're going to see a flashback in the second half of Season 9 that's going to cover why Maggie left and probably the X's on Michonne and Daryl's back. But if you look closely, you can see the brick wall. This is clearly where Oceanside executed Justin and Arat, and where Maggie and Daryl found Oceanside before killing Arat. And this is Michonne post-time jump. 6 years after Rick went away, you can see the haircut. You can see the hair that is shaved on the right side of her head, where the shell was. They easily could have cut off the shell, but that would look weird with the one dreadlock missing or shortened. So they clearly did something here with Michonne's hair for a reason. They could have gave her a totally different haircut, or they could have left her hair be the same. Why was it done? We just don't know yet. Hopefully we'll see that in the flashback as well. I know a lot of people are interested in what's going on here. Why does she have an X and Daryl and no one else? Who gave the X on Michonne's back and Daryl's back? Why is it all happening? What does it mean? Well, we're going to find out in the back half of Season 9 at some point. But Michonne is clearly upset right here. And as Michonne swings her katana, it has to be someone, something, for some reason, right? Is it a walker? Does Michonne go around looking for answers after Rick's disappearance? Is she looking for Rick? Does she find Oceanside? Does she blame Oceanside for Rick's disappearance or ultimate death? She thinks Rick is dead, so we'll just say that. But the bridge is gone. If she could have stopped it, she would have for sure. She loves Rick. She did not want Rick to go away, or in her mind, have Rick be killed. Daryl and Michonne seem to be the only ones that are concerned about Rick. Daryl went out looking for him constantly. He stayed out there. Michonne was constantly looking for him. She went by the bridge, as we saw in episode 906. And clearly Michonne was upset. So was she looking for someone to blame after Rick went away? I mean, why not, right? She's emotionally distraught. She was pregnant. She ended up having a baby. Rick wasn't around. She misses Rick. She's going to be like, all right, Rick's gone. What am I going to do about it? She's had some hardships. She had to run Alexandria. I think that she possibly could be blaming Oceanside or other people, so that's definitely a part of the theory. So we just don't have any concrete answers about Oceanside, but as you saw from the Q&A, Oceanside should be okay for killing Justin and killing Arat. The only two people that knew that Oceanside was responsible, I believe, was Daryl and Maggie. Did they tell anybody? We'll talk about that in a second, but I want to know your thoughts. Post your comments below. And I believe Daryl told Rick, I'll have to watch episode 904, 905, and 906, and just watch the first half of Season 9 again. But so say Daryl told Rick, and I believe he did, but Rick didn't have any time to tell anybody because he fell on the rebar. He had to get away. He didn't have time to talk to Michonne or anything about it. But Maggie and Daryl were the only ones, and Rick, let's say, but Rick didn't tell anybody because he's back on a helicopter and he's flown to somewhere. But Arat's death, if Michonne found out about that, could have sent her on the deep end looking for Oceanside, and we don't see Michonne at Oceanside. We see her here. We see her where Arat's body might have been. Maybe her dead body is just laying there. Maybe Oceanside got rid of it, because we don't know what happened here. We just saw this happen. Maggie and Daryl walked away. I think we heard a thump, or maybe the spear gun. I don't think we heard a shot. I think when the spear gun goes off, again, I'll have to watch it again. But so say Arat got killed, which she probably did. Is her body still there? Did Michonne come across it and be like, oh man, what happened? And did she go looking for answers? Did Maggie, did Daryl tell Michonne? We just don't know yet. It should hopefully be answered. And again, we're not going to see Lauren Cohan in the back half of season 9 is what the word is, that she's done filming. She's not in there, and people are saying, well, you don't know that yet. But the word from a variety of sources is that Lauren Cohan will not be there. So we'll have to wait and see, but I don't think we're going to see her at all. But Daryl will be for sure. So Daryl, Jesus, Tara, they could have answers for these questions. Oceanside, we just don't know. Where is Oceanside? I believe Oceanside is back at Oceanside. We haven't seen them. We haven't seen any of them since the time jump. Maybe they're hiding at Oceanside. Maybe they're just being their own people and their own thing. Or maybe they're on a boat somewhere. Or maybe they left. We just don't know. We have to wait and see. But I would think Oceanside would be involved with the community somewhat, because they are allies to the kingdom, and Alexandria and Hilltop is what the person said at the beginning of this video. So Oceanside, where are you? Are you going to be seen in the back half of season 9, in the flashback, flash forward? Because Oceanside is a good community for fishing, for the water, to be there. It's secure, it's hidden. And why not have them there too? Will they come back around? I hope so, and I think so, and I think they'll be involved with the fair. But let's talk about Rick and Daryl, because I believe right here, the more that I think about it, I believe that Daryl told Rick about Maggie, what Maggie was going to do to Negan, and I think he slips up that he talked about Oceanside a little bit too, because he knew what was happening there, that Oceanside killed Arat and Justin, because definitely Daryl knew. But Rick, even if he found out the information, so say he did or he didn't, it didn't matter, because he didn't have time to tell anybody. He fell on the rebar, pulled himself up, had all the hallucinations, blew up the bridge, fell into the water, and Jadis flew him away. So if Rick knows any information, it doesn't matter, because he flew away and he doesn't have the chance to talk to anybody, which is kind of crazy. So the other question I want to ask is, where do you think Rick went? And why can't he come back to Alexandria? Is he overseas? Is he in Ohio? Does he not know where he is, or he's not allowed to leave? So is he basically a prisoner of the camp, the Commonwealth, or some other location just for the Walking Dead movies? So let's say Daryl and Michonne are talking, and Maggie and Carol, and really everybody after Rick goes away. Does it not come up that Oceanside killed Justin and Arat at all? Does Daryl and Maggie never tell Michonne? Why does Maggie leave? We still have to find that answer. Maybe Maggie tells Michonne, and that's why Maggie leaves. Maybe Maggie and Michonne have a conflict of interest, what to do going forward with Oceanside and Negan and the Saviors, and really with the rest of life, what to do going forward. Maggie goes to see Georgie, takes baby Herschel, and they're gone. Is Maggie responsible for the exes? It's an effed up reason why they have their exes, what Michael Cutlet said about the X's on Daryl and Michonne's back. And these X's are new for season 9. Daryl had scars from prior abuse from his stepfather, his father back in the day, talking with Merle in season 3. We found out about that. But the fact that Michonne has this haircut and the same side where the shell was that she had to have gotten from Oceanside, right, is gone. Is it a coincidence? I just don't think so. I think the writers of The Walking Dead, they do it for a reason. They slide these little things, these little symbolic gestures in there for a reason. Well, Addie and these two douches talked about Oceanside. They asked about Oceanside, so they brought it up a little bit. So hinting at the fact that we'll probably see Oceanside again. The fact that they talked about it, they mentioned it, and that's what The Walking Dead does for subtle little things. They plant the seed, and then it grows into a storyline. So Oceanside was seen early on. I would assume we'll see them in the flashback and also in the back half of season 9 for the fair, because the fair is going to be a big thing. It should happen in probably episode 15 or 16, and I believe there's a good chance that Oceanside could be some of the victims at the fair with the Whispers. Where are you, Oceanside? Are you back home? Are you on a boat? What have you been doing for the past 6 years? And have you integrated anyone from other communities? There's really no reason for you to just be all alone there. And the same going for Oceanside people there. You could be among the other communities, the Kingdom, Alexandria, and Hilltop for sure. And also, who's running Oceanside? I would guess Cindy, but it could not be. What do you think, guys? Post your comments below. I definitely want to know your thoughts. Where is Oceanside? Do you think they're connected with Michonne's new haircut, the exes, a new group coming in? Will we see them again? A lot of good stuff. It's a fun discussion. At the end of the day, it's just a discussion. So we try to have fun and talk about a variety of topics of The Walking Dead. Let me know your thoughts. Like, share, subscribe. If you haven't already, guys, please show us some love by hitting that subscribe button. Tell your friends, tell your family to help us achieve our goal of 100,000 subscribers. And remember, guys, with hard work, dedication, belief, and sacrifice, you can truly achieve your goals. Believe in yourself. You can do it. And tell them, Daryl.
Yo, we love you guys. Honestly, thank you.